Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I will be showing you how to create your first Android app. If you want to learn basic of Android, you are in the right place. Also, I will be showing you folder structure and file for that app. So without any further delay, let's get started. Before you start writing your first example using Android SDK, you have to make sure that you have set up your Android environment properly. I also assume that you have a little bit knowledge with Android Studio. So let us proceed to write a simple Android application which will print hello world message. The first step is to create a simple Android application using Android Studio. When you click on the Android Studio icon, welcome to the Android Studio dialog box will appear. And here is a few options to open your project. I will select new project. Let me click on it. As you can see, new project dialog boxes appear. Because I'm going to start from the scratch, so I'm going to select no activity. Here you need to fill project name, package name, save location, language, and the minimum SDK version. If everything is done, click finish. Whenever you start a new project, Android Studio creates the necessary folder structure and files for that app. Let's look at the different files involved in an Android app project. The Minifest folder contains the Minifest XML file. The Minifest file describes essential information about your application. In the Java folder contains all the Java code. In the resource folder includes all the non-code resources such as layout, values, drawable, and Bidel Guild. Layouts are the XML files that define the architecture for the UI in an activity or a component of a UI. For example, in our application, the activity main XML file corresponds to the main activity. Values contains the color, style, and the string XML files for the application. Drawable. This is a catch-all for the graphics that can be drawn on the screen. For example, images. And finally, build Gradle file. This is an auto-generated file which contains details of the application such as the SDK version, build tools version, application ID, and more. Now let's jump to the coding. Under the Java folder, right-click on the package name. Select New, then Activity, then choose Empty Activity. Here you can choose your class name, layout name, and the language. If everything is filled, let's click Finish button. This is the Java code generated by the application for the main activity. You don't need to understand this code fully. The code defines a main activity class and along with the onCreate method defines what happens when the activity is created. In this case, it simply initializes the view of the activity with the layout from the activity main layout file. Now let's jump to the Minifest file. In the Minifest file, we have to add intent filter to specify the default activity. Okay, now let's move back to the main activity and click to the activity layout. Now let me expand the palette and select common and text view. Drag and drop the text view to the middle of the layout. Now let's change the name to Hello World. There is several options to change the name. Right click on the text and drive into the XML code. You can directly change the name from here. It is good practice to add all the strings to the string files under the resource directory. You can add the reference of the string in the XML file. Just expand the property panel and search for the text. Now click on the picker icon marked by the arrow and set your string like key will appear. Here is newly added string key. Let me select it and it will reflect to my XML file. Finally, let's prepare the emulator and run this application. In Android Studio, navigate to the top menu and select Run App. Android Studio will show a dialog where you can choose which device to run your application app on. Choose your connected device and click the OK button. Here you can see the Hello World application is running on your emulator. In this tutorial, I showed you how to create your first application, Hello World. After following this tutorial to create your first Android app, you are on your way to a promising career in developing app. To learn more about Android programming, please subscribe this channel, check out some other related Android tutorials, and follow me by subscribe button. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.